25 minutes or so, and then we'll do the aarti, and then prasadam. Lord Jagannath's worship incomplete without prasadam. Yes? Om Ajnanatinam Dasyaganatanasalakya Chakyurundulitamena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manavishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Nalaki Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Vitapragalam Sri Guru Vaishnavanastam Sri Rupam Satkridantam Sagaragnathanamantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savabhutam Kariyasekam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sarada Buddha Sri Sankandam Sam Om Vishnu Paraya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Sri Made Gopala Goswami Vitinamane Namo Om Vishnu Paraya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Sri Made Bhaktivedanta Swami Vitinamane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharane Deve Sesa Sunyava Vigashakti Desatarane Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, how many of you been to Puri? Oh, many of you. So you are familiar with Jagannath. You are friends of Jagannath. Yes. So some time ago, when my children were small, we used to take them to zoo, very big zoo. And then we became friends of the zoo. We got a badge and the membership card, everything. Friends of the zoo. So we are going to the zoo, you know. Like you are going to Puri, so you are friends of Jagannath, isn't it? So थोड़ा सा वाइब्रेशन हो रहा है वो Hare Krishna. Is it better? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. That's better? Yeah. So, welcome all the friends of the Lord Jagannath. Yes. So, I mean, a devotee can serve the Lord in many different rasas. One of them is a friendship. So Lord Jagannath gives all the rasas, all kinds of reciprocation with his devotees. So all of you heard of the Lord's appearance, Jagannath appearance? You are familiar. Okay, so we'll do some other katha then. Maybe Snana Yatra? Is that good?
Everything about it.
Sorry?
Everything about Jagannath.
Everything about Jagannath. Okay. Then we will do some mix. No? So we will put everything a little bit. You know? So, Snana Yatra.
Okay.
So, when Lord Jagannath, you all know that Indradumna Maharaj constructed the temple for Lord Jagannath. Then Vishwakarma came and carved the deities. You know. So when the deities were carved, that these are Lord Jagannath, the most important. So they have to be installed. That then who can install them? Who is the topmost Purohit? Right? Not any ordinary Brahmana. So Indradumna Maharaj went to Brahmaloka to invite Lord Brahmaji to come and install. Okay, so by the time Indradumna Maharaj went and he came to Brahmaloka and they came back, many kalpas had gone. In those days, people used to travel interplanetary, right? Nowadays we travel international, isn't it? We take a flight from one country, land in another country. That is our ability, that's all. We can't go beyond that. But in those days, they used to travel interplanetary system. So after Parikshit Maharaj, that mystic power, that ability is lost. So that ability was there until Parikshit Maharaj. Okay, so Indradumna Maharaj and Gundicha, the Queen Gundicha, they traveled to Kamaloka to invite Lord Rama to do the installation ceremony. Okay, so by that time, there were many kalpas gone. And in the Bhuloka, there were a partial destruction came, there was sandstone and all. And through the sandstone, the whole temple was covered. You know. And at that time, the king, Galla Madhav, he was basically riding his horse. Then his horse fell down, hit something and fell down. So the king thought that, what is there, what is the object, he wanted to see. And then they saw that something buried under the ground. And then they start to dig. They found the entire temple. And the horse which hit that object is the flag post of the temple. Okay, so that's how the temple was discovered. But actually it was built by Indra Maharaj many yugas before. Okay, and when Galla Madhav saw that, what is these deities? No legs, hands are incomplete, face is incomplete, and all. They couldn't understand that, what is this feature of the Lord. They have seen them. So they kept the deities aside and they started doing the worship of Lord Vishnu. Okay? So at that time, Indradumna Maharaj comes with Lord Rama. So they stop him. You can't go. He said, what do you mean? You can't go. This is I constructed this temple. I am Indradumna Maharaj. So who knows? Indradumna, many yugas have gone. Like, so they didn't recognize. They didn't allow. So he is not Rama. So they didn't recognize Rama also. So they didn't allow. Okay. At that time, there was a crow sitting in the tree branch. He said that I know. I have witnessed. He is the king Indradumna. He constructed this temple. I am the witness. Now, after all, a crow gives you witness. So they didn't accept even the crow. Then what the crow did? It takes the dip in the Rohini Kunda. You know where the Rohini Kunda is there? I mean, when you go to Puri, did you see? Once you come out of the darshan of main deity, there is a tree and there is a small, right now there is not whole kund, but that space is there, that is basically disappeared. But there is a small water fountain is there. So the crow takes a dip and comes out of the Rohini Kund and the 400 Vishnu form. And then they say, okay, then they agree, okay, they again go to the Maharaj. And then they started Abhishek. So any deity Abhishek, generally we use Panchamrita, juices, many varieties, all. But with the Jagannath, only water. Okay, 108 pots of the water poured across the 4 deities. Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra and Sudarshan. So I'm not sure if you have visited that, behind the temple there is a garden that is called as the Koili Vaikuntha. That is considered as the Vaikuntha Loka on the earth, the garden. Okay? That is where there is a well is there. And that well is a very huge one, you can see as well, but it's dried throughout the year. There's no water or very little water. And before this Yatra, the management basically they arranged to clean the well, they remove all the dirt and mud and everything and then cover it up. And on Snanyatra morning, the well is full of the water until the neck. Every year it happens. And they take that water and do this Snanyatra. And next day again you see it's dry. Whole year it's dry. It happens even today. So it is considered that the water flows from the Vaikuntha Loka and that water is poured here. Very, very auspicious. Like that with Jagannath, that there are the many, many pastimes, many astonishments. That whenever that Lord changes the body, that now whatever, that body is also taken, and in that garden itself they do the samadhi. And the next time they see, there is nothing. So everything disappear. Because when you bury something, there should be some remnants left and all. They don't see anything. So, the Lord changes the body about 12 years, 15, 19 years like that, So last time happened 2015, isn't it? Yeah, 2015. So, okay, so the after Snanyatra, Lord takes the Hathi race. There is a beautiful pastime. There was a Brahmana who visited Puri. He is from South Indian Brahmana, and his name is Ganesh Bhatt. Right now, and he is a great devotee of Lord Ganesh. He came to Puri with some purpose, and he about to leave. Then he came to know, okay, Snanyatra is happening. So then he decided to stay, right? But he was a ardent, very staunch devotee of the Lord Ganesh. Okay, and when the Snanyatra happened, he had an intense desire to see Jagannath in his beloved deity form. Okay, so to fulfill his desire, Lord takes the Hathi race after the Snanyatra. He had that vision. So that tradition is even continued until now. And another reason is that the deities nowadays, of course, people use the enamel paint and all chemicals and all. But in the Jagannath Puri, they use all the natural colors, fruit colors and so on. And the deity is wrapped with the cloth. And that's how it is a wooden deity, Daru Brahma. Daru means wood. Daru means not Daru. Yeah? So Daru means that is a different Daru. Okay. So so the wooden deities are wrapped with the cloth and painted with the watercolors or the fruit colors like that. When Snanyatra happens, all the colors shed away. So that is another thing that they put the Hathi race, and the next 15 days no darshan, and during that time deity gets painted. So these 15 days, Lord gets sick as well. Have you ever heard of a Lord getting sick? Anyone comes into this world, they go through the 4 stages: Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. Okay? But the Lord is, above the rules of the material nature. However, when Lord Jagannath comes, out of his mercy, out of his Leela, he performs these 4 Leelas. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. All 4 of them. Janma, that's Snanyatra. He appeared that the appearance day of Lord Jagannath. And Mrityu, every few years, Lord changes the body. What is the Mrityu? Mrityu means change of the body. Like we read in the 2nd chapter, Vasansi Jirnani. Just like we change the cloth, the soul changes the body. No? So that is Mrityu. So likewise, Lord Jagannath changes the body. Okay? And we get the sickness, but sickness we are not in control. Sickness comes whenever it comes. But with the Lord, it is a very specific time. Until the specific period, he fell sick. Okay? So that, so whenever we have a Janmashtami or some festivals, our devotees fell sick, isn't it? They know that on that day I will be sick. But you can't put the sick leave in advance. Don't do that mistake. But Jagannath says that, okay, so date I will be sick. So Jagannath, it's a prefix. It's by his will, he can feel sick whenever he wants. So after the Snana Yatra, he sick and no darshan will be there for 15 days. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there in Puri, and when this darshan was not there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was restless. How can I stay without having the darshan of my Lord? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to go to the temple every morning, every day. But 15 days, no darshan. Then there is a temple near Puri. What is the name? I forgot. Where the darshan is there, I'm sorry, I forgot the name. It's very near Puri. That so in the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes to take the Lord Jagannath darshan. Alarnath, that's correct. So Alarnath is very near temple. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, somebody told that darshan is available in Alarnath. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ran to that temple and paid his obeisances. When Lord paid obeisances, the stone melt. And stone melt and his body, the form is basically formed of the rock. Even if you go today, you can see that. How many of you visited Alarnath? 1, 2, 3, few of them. Next time you go to Puri, please visit that place. Okay, so very, very auspicious place, And when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to take darshan from in the temple, where he was standing near the Garuda Stamba. Okay, and he would stand to a corner, and in the crossways he will look at Jagannath. And in that mode, that he go into the ecstasy, and the stone underneath his lotus feet melted, and the lotus footprints came into the stone. Right now, that is you can see that place also. And that lotus footprints later on they took out, and in the courtyard they made a small temple, and they were worshipping the lotus feet of the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Have you seen any of them? You don't know? No, it's in the main Puri temple. Puri temple, lotus footprint of the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You have seen? Yes. Okay. So maybe that is another thing. Add to your itinerary, Puri visit. Yes. So before the Rath Yatra, that Lord goes to Gundicha. Okay. So when after the installation happened, then Lord started to speak. Lord said to Indrajumna Maharaj that I am very pleased with your service. Okay, what was the boon you want? You can ask me. What was the benediction? He can fulfill anything, right? And Indrajumna Maharaj, that he had no desires at all, and then he expressed that all these years, all these yugas, I was trying to build the temple or bring you and all, finding you before that. He spent whole life in. So as a result, I never focus on the family life. As such, we don't have the children. And today I want to ask one benediction. And what is that benediction? Oh Lord, please keep us childrenless. We don't want any children. And all the people around, they were surprised. Is that a benediction or is that a curse? Isn't it? Family, any family, they want to have children. And those who don't have children, they go to the Lord, give us the blessings, give us the children and all. And here, Lord Himself is offering. And Indradumna Maharaj is saying that I don't want any children. And why? Because I don't want anybody to claim that this temple is my father's. This deity is mine. Hereditary, legal heirs they claim. Many people say, right, this temple is built by my grandfather. So, Indradumna Maharaj said that I don't want anybody to claim like that. This is Lord Jagannath's temple. That's it. So, then Gundicha Mata, so Queen Gundicha, she was sad that, So then, Lord asked that, why you are sad? That, anyway, all these years that, we didn't have children. Now he's saying that we don't want to see children. If we had children, then of course we will reciprocate some loving exchange, so on, like that, And once in a while he comes home and things like that. Then, now that we don't have children, and who do I talk to, who will come and all like that? Gundicha Mata expressed her. Then Lord Jagannath gives the bone that, me, my brother Balram and Subhadra, we will become your children. Okay? And then Gundicha Mata is still not satisfied. So Lord asked, what is now? Then even though if his son is there, even though he gone somewhere, then once in a while he will visit me. Right? And once in a while and I will cook and feed him and things like that. But now you are the deity, you will be here, So just for the name's sake, you are our son. Then Lord promises, no problem. I will visit you every year. So, from the main temple, Lord comes out and goes to Gundicha temple. So that is we say Gundicha, that is the Queen's palace. The Gundicha Queen's palace. So when the carving happened, initially, that happened in the Gundicha temple. Gundicha as a Queen's palace happened. So basically, Lord Jagannath is going to his mother's place. So it's Mausima, they say Mausi or aunt's place, like that. And then Lord says that I will come for 9 days. Okay? So that's why this Rath Yatra also known as Navadinotshav. Okay? So it's a 9 days festival. That way. So why 9 days, not 8 days or 10 days? So when the Jagannath carving was happening, the arrangement was to Vishwakarma to carve for 21 days. And after 12 days, Gundicha opens the door. As if there was no more sound and all. Even though Jagannath was full and, Narad Muni can explain that this is the original form of Krishna and Balram and Subhadra. But Queen Gundicha always had this guilt in her heart. That because of me, I opened opened the door earlier. Then Lord said that, the guilt that you have in your heart, that I will fulfill. 9 days gap, I will come for the 9 days to the Gundisa Palace. So to fulfill that, complete that 21 days. So 500 years ago, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was in Puri, he approached the king prior to the Rathayatra, saying that, I would like to clean the Gundicha temple. Okay. So king said, you are the Lord yourself, you don't have to clean at all. You order me, I will arrange the people. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that, but how can I, deny you? Then he allowed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to clean. And that festival, that is known as Gundicha Marcha. So the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he went to clean the Gundicha temple, hundreds and hundreds of people followed. And everybody started cleaning. And what was the mood while cleaning? Everybody was chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So no one was talking. Okay, even nobody said that give me this, give me that and all. Everybody are chanting Hare Krishna and doing the service. If anything needed, they just talk in the sign language. Right? And that is something you must learn. That when we are serving the Lord or doing any service, no talking. No talking. If you talk, if you open the mouth, only Hare Krishna mantra sutta, nothing else. So that they had all the pots that to bring the water, and hundreds of clay pots. They had a very nice arrangement. Like a one line they had the devotees. They get the water, pass one to the other, and the clay pot is passed into the temple. And once the empty pot have to come, another line of the devotees. They pass the clay pots to the empty ones. And this way, they had very nice arrangement to supply the water, one by one. So when we serve the Lord, that the congregational, the devotee cooperation is required. Everybody together serve. Right? So likewise, during the passing the clay pots, many pots would break. And as soon as a pot break, there are the devotees go and so many people buy the new clay pots and keep supplying. So likewise, the whole Gundicha Marcha, that itself was a festival. Everybody was involved, everybody chanting, and the pots and pots of the waters are going, pots are breaking, new pots are coming, like that. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu look at everybody, if anybody doing the very nice service, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes and pats him and appreciate you are doing very nice service. And if somebody is struggling, he instructs the other one to help him. So like that, there was a very sweet reciprocation with the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, with the devotees. And at that time, there was a devotee, a Bengal devotee. He brought a pot of the water and poured at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very angry. In front of the temple, in front of the deities, he poured the water on my feet. It's a big offense, like that. But the devotee said that, you are the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. And that is your lotus feet is the ultimate goal of every living entity. So, like that, they had a very, very sweet pastime of cleaning the Gundicha. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ensured that every part is very clean, very nice and spick and sparkling. So for Jagannath, everything is great, everything magnanimous. Even the temples are big, temples are clean and all. So like that basically. So the Gundicha Marjan in reality is not an externally cleaning the temple itself. The Gundicha Marjan actually means that cleaning our heart. One should focus, clean our heart of anarthas. What are those 6 anarthas? Kama, Krodha, Loma, Moha, Mahacharya. So when we are able to clean our hearts, then we can invite Lord Jagannath into our heart. So for us, the Rath Yatra is invite Lord Jagannath into our heart. Okay. So that was the one purpose that Lord Jagannath to fulfill Gundicha, Queen Gundicha's desire, and he goes to the Gundicha temple. Of course, outside the Puri, that here, out of the practicality, Lord goes to anywhere. But in Puri and Orissa, the temples, the tradition is that he goes to the specifically just the Gundicha alone. Yeah? But there is another pastime also. The Rath Yatra, there are many purposes, many pastimes. So when Lord Krishna was in Dwaraka, that one day everybody saw that Krishna didn't wake up in the morning. Okay, so he was still sleeping. And when they go approach him, like Rohini Mata, Balram, Narada Muni, everybody, then they found that Krishna was crying and Krishna was immersed or meditating on the Brajalila. Okay, so then they decided that Krishna should visit Vrindavan. Otherwise, Krishna will not come to his original state. And if Krishna goes to the Vrindavan, then he won't come back. That is also a problem, isn't it? Krishna should stay in Dwaraka. So there was a big discussion happened among all the elders, Rohini, Narad Muni, Uddhava, what to do and all, But they decided that when Krishna goes, we all will go and bring him back. Okay? But what about the Vrajavasis? They are basically suffering out of the separation from Krishna. They are in the deep sorrow, and when they see Krishna, they go into the ecstasy and they will not let go of Krishna. Krishna will not come back. Then what to do? That we'll send a notice to Vrajavasis in advance that Krishna is coming. Then by that way, they will be pacified, and when they meet Krishna, then they'll bring back Krishna. Okay? So, they ask Balram to go. You go, inform the Vrajavasis that Krishna is coming. Balram refuses. I will not go. Why? Because I already been once. I told them that Krishna is coming, but Krishna never visited. Now I go, the Vrajavasis will not leave me. I will be in trouble. पिछली बार क्या कहा था अभी फिर आ गए isn't it? So Balram refuses. No, I will not go. Then they turn to Uddhava. Uddhava is a dear friend of Krishna. That you go and inform that Krishna is coming. Then Uddhava also refuses. I will not go. Because I also been once. I told them, and I can't do that again. Then now who will go? Like that is a big problem. Somebody has to go and inform. So then Subhadra Devi, he gets ready. No problem. I will go. Okay? I know the Vrajavasis and I will explain. I can pacify them and I will go. So they got ready, okay, whatever is needed. Subhadra Devi has to go, her chariot has to be ready and all, and Entourage has to be ready. Then Balram said, this sister is going. How can we let sister to go alone? Isn't it? in our house, like nowadays, of course, gender equality is there, but in the etiquette is that whenever any lady go out of the home, like even your mother, sister and all, some male person accompanies, right? So Balram said that, when sister is going, I will go with her. She should not go alone. But I will not enter the Vrindavan. I stay out, you go, you finish the talking, then we'll come back together. So that was the arrangement. So what is the arrangement? Balram goes in front and then Subhadra Devi follows. Okay? And later Krishna follows. That is the arrangement. So this journey of Dwaraka to Vrindavan is the Rath Yatra. In Jagannath, there are 3 Rath carts. Balram goes, then the Subhadra, followed by Jagannath. Okay? So that is the another region. So Subhadra Devi now protected by the Balram and Jagannath as well. And those who take the shelter of Subhadra Devi, they get the ultimate protection. Okay, so that is the basically purpose of the Rath Yatra. And there is another purpose of Rath Yatra also. During the Kurukshetra war, Krishna, Balram, Subhadra, all the queens, all they gathered in the Kurukshetra. And Brajavasis also came there. They wanted to take Krishna back. Krishna and Balram in the chariot, and Gopis wanted to pull. So that is another purpose of the Rath Yatra. So like that, there are the multiple purposes, and Jagannath basically fulfills multiple reasons in one pastime or one act. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, any questions or comments? It's already 1. What is the prasadam time? Yes. Yes,
So
Mother.
like through this past time, and they were trying to go back to Vrindavan from Dwarka. Did they actually go? No.
No, that is preparation. So that pastime is still is there. There is a bit of a further pastime, but yes, that was the preparation. Yeah. And another thing that in the Satya Yuga, the process of the self-realization was meditation. You go to the forest, meditate for 5,000 years, 10,000 years, and so on. And when the Treta Yuga came, the duration of life reduced, and the ability, the strength, and everything reduced. As a result, people couldn't do the meditation. Therefore, the prescribed process of self-realization is the performing the yajna, fire. So then, Dwapar Yuga, Hare Krishna. So in the Dwapar Yuga, the process is deity worship. Okay, and then came the Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, the duration of life is gone. The strength, the intelligence, everything is gone down. And nobody has got the wealth also to do the elaborate deity worship. Therefore, in the Kali Yuga, the prescribed process is chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So to spread this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. When Krishna appeared, he spoke Bhagavad Gita. What is the conclusion? Sarvadharma Parityajya Mamekam Saranam Bhaja Aham Tam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshasami Ma Shucha. What did Krishna say? Surrender to me, I will look after you. So what is the first thing? He put a condition. Okay? You have to surrender. You do your part, I will do my part. No, there was a condition. But 500 years ago, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, and what did he still do? Did he put any condition? No condition. He said that he distributed the Hare Krishna mantra freely to anybody and everybody. And he said that chant and be happy, be liberated. He basically gave this mercy freely to everyone. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very, very magnanimous. Okay, so just by chanting Hare Krishna, one will be liberated, and that too, that Hare Krishna mantra is available so freely. However, in Kali Yuga, the people are manda buddhi as well. Okay, so even though the process is so simple, people do not follow, and that is where Lord Jagannath declared, nobody, even if they don't chant, it's okay, I will deliver them. How? They eat my prasad, they will be delivered. Okay, so nobody will say no to the prasad, isn't it? So that is the Jagannath came with a special scheme that know how to deliver the people of the Kali Yuga. Lord is always eager to deliver the people. We are only due to the contaminated mentality, the living entity want to stay here. But Lord is always eager to deliver. So Jagannath says that just eat to Mahaprasad, you will be liberated. In Puri, the prasad, all the time prasad will be available. Ekadashi also no fasting. And no grain fasting also. In Ekadashi, you can eat the normal prasad. There is no grain fasting at all. So that is the glory of Mahaprasad. Mahaprasad never gets contaminated. A person takes from another plate and all, it's very, very common in Puri. And that rice prasad, they dry it, and that dry rice also as potent as the Mahaprasad. And they sell small packets, I'm not sure if you have them. So that is very, very auspicious. You can consume little prasad. It's a very good arrangement that, even though we are away from the Puri, we can still have the Mahaprasad for the whole year long until we go again. Makes sense? So that's why with Lord Jagannath, the prasad is very, very important. And with Lord Jagannath, there is no time. There is no time for prasad, there is no time for Mangalarti, no Sayanarti timing and all. Lord of Jagannath, Lord of the whole universe. So time is under the control of the Lord. How can Lord will move according to time? So when he sleeps, that is Sayanarti. When he gets up, that is Mangalarti. That's how it happens. And with Lord Jagannath, when he sleeps, then the Lord gets dressed. In every temple, in the Sayanarti, the Sringar is taken and the minimum dress, night dress is put on to the deities. But with Jagannath, it's the other way around. In the night, they put the ornaments and everything, and that is known as Boda Sringara Vesam in Odia. Means the big Sringar. Throughout the day, night time is the most opulent dressing happens, then Lord sleeps. Okay, so that's how. So in reality, Lord never sleeps. Lord Jagannath never sleeps. All the deities have eyelids. So Jagannath doesn't have eyelids. So he doesn't sleep. So he is awake 24 hours. He gives the darshan 24 hours. During the daytime, humans go and take darshan. During the night time, devatas take darshan. So once the doors are closed, all the devatas, they come from the Swargaloka, they take darshan. It happens every day. Every day. So there is one pastime that, so one day, Yamaraj came to darshan. the Yamaraj comes every day, but one day he saw that a small bird is sitting on the Gauda pillar. Okay, he looked at the bird and he was very upset. And he went inside, complained to Jagannath, saying that, oh Lord, I am going to resign from my post. I don't want to go my job anymore. Because in Jagannath Puri, only Lord Jagannath's control. In Jagannath Puri, that Sankhakshetra, that perimeter is there, Yamaraj doesn't have any power. Even for a small ant also, Yamaraj can't do anything. Everybody in the Puri are the pure devotees. Okay, so he saw there is a bird sitting. Okay, and that bird is supposed to die in next 2 seconds. Okay, and where it should die in the Himalayas in one of the caves. And now Yamaraj can kill him when the time comes. But Yamaraj, when the bird is in Puri, how it will happen? So he basically Yamaraj complained to Yamaraj was very upset that he knows that in the 2 seconds how the body will be dead and that too in the Himalayas and under the shelter of Lord Jagannath. And he goes complaints like I am the god of death, but I don't have any control. But Lord Jagannath said, no, it will happen. Don't worry. It will happen. So by that time, Yamaraj comes out, the body is not there. So then that Yamaraj basically through his vision sees that what happened? Garuda, out of the fear for the bird, that Yamaraj will do something and took the bird, flew to the thousands of miles, go into the cave and hide the bird and came back as well within 1 second. And the next second there was a snake in that cave and ate that bird. Exactly on that time that so Yamaraj saw that. Then again he goes back. Says to the oh Lord, you basically engage everybody, you engage Garuda also to fulfill your mission. That's how whatever in Puri happens, that is the control of Lord Jagannath. So next time you go to the Puri, even though if you see an ant, please don't disrespect. Not only Puri, any holy dham you go, all the personalities, all the living entities are the pure devotees of the Lord. So one should not disrespect. You go, finish your business. Okay? So sometimes you don't know that somebody might be looking at a ordinary person or maybe ordinary animal or an ant or an insect. You don't know. They might be pure devotees. Once basically Prabhupada was going in a morning walk and a small the dog, the baby dog was following and coming closer to the Prabhupada. Then devotees were trying to shoo away. Prabhupada said, no, let him stay. He is my fallen disciple. Prabhupada said that. So likewise that in the dham, all the devotees, the fallen devotees or the dham vasis, they take birth as animals in the dham. In relation to that, I will tell you a story. And this one of the Pandit told me. Okay, when we visited Puri, one of the Pandit told me. Okay, in Puri temple, you see that many monkeys are there. Many monkeys. Okay, So in Puri, main deities are Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. What is the Utsav Murti? No, Madan Mohan. So that Lord Krishna's is that no? For all the Utsavas, the Lord Krishna, the Madan Mohan deity, comes out of the temple. But that for the Rathyatra only, the main deities come. Snanyatra and Rathyatra, the main deities come. But Utsav Murti is the Madan Mohan deity. So once what happened, a thief came to Jagannath Puri. This thief, they said, steals all the antiques from all the forts, museums, and everywhere, hundreds of year old antique stuff, and he sells in the international market for a very price right now. That is his profession. And he basically stole in many temples by the time. He was expert and nobody would catch him. And he came and he stole that Mother Mohan. And when the pujaris came for regular service and all, they couldn't find the Mother Mohan deities, and all the pandas and their families and all for 3 days they were sitting in the temple and worshipping and begging for forgiveness. What is the mistake, offense we did, and asking Lord to return. And they tried everything, the CCTV footage and everything, they couldn't find anything. But then they noticed one strange phenomenon. All the monkeys, they all from the temple, they went back to the garden where the Koile Vaikuntha I said. Everybody, all the monkeys gathered there. And monkeys also not doing any business. They are also very quiet for 3 days, they are sitting in the garden only. They are not disturbing or they are not eating nothing. And what they are doing, one monkey goes, looks into the well, comes back, sits. Then after some time another monkey goes, looks into the well and come back. So these pandas noticed why the monkeys are gathered there. And there must be something in the well. So they sent a person into the well and they found Mother Mohan. And later on the thief was caught as well. This thief who basically stole everywhere but came to Jagannath and he was caught. So now the point to say that the monkeys are not the monkeys. They are the devotees of the Lord. So this is one of the examples. So, shall we stop here? Any questions, comments, feedback, chastisement? Or anyone wants to share anything? Yes, Mataji.
This time we went is the first time. Jagannath has mercifully given the opportunity to land there. When we went for darshan, mostly what we heard from the devotees is, it will be a long waiting time, there will be a lot of crowd, so be conscious of what you're thinking in your mind and all those. But Mahaprabhu's mercy and Prabhupada's mercy, even in the lines, we were able to speak Krishna Katha, and even the Odia people doesn't know much of the pastimes which we were heard in the movement. So all those Odisha people also were interested in hearing about Jagannath. That was amazing, Prabhu. That is a good realization that we had.
Very good, very good. So the consciousness is more important. Many times people stand in the queue and all, then criticize or why this one, that one, and all. When you go to the temple or when you do any service, you should not be rushed for time or should not have the focus for anything else, just for the Lord. If Lord wants to stand you for a couple of hours, no problem, keep chanting. Prabhupada has given the feedback, right? Make use of it. So, like that. And Prabhupada, when he went to America in the beginning, he was basically staying with the Agarwals. And Prabhupada had nothing to do. What Prabhupada was doing? He was chanting. He will cook for some time, then chanting. Sali Agarwal, like in the Leela says that Prabhupada always chanted. He was never bored and never desperate for anything else. Like, just imagine that, you are left in a house, do nothing, no activity, nobody to meet and all. You will go mad. But Prabhupada was not disturbed. Whenever he got time, he chanted. So, that's our business. And by mercy of Prabhupada, we got such a mercy and such a process that we can use all 24 hours, like not getting bored. Anything else? Anyone wants to share? Anyone wants to share your Puri Yatra? So many of you visited. Yes, Prabhuji, you can share. You visited Puri? No? So when are you going?
Soon. I visited a few of the Shiv Dhams, but Krishna Ram, not as yet.
Oh, okay.
I've been to Kedarnath, I've been to Amarnath ji,
You are very fortunate.
but haven't been to Vrindavan or to Puri as yet.
Okay, you are very fortunate.
We will go.
So Lord Shiva's blessing that one will get the pure bhakti. And in fact, yes,
After you finish, I want to share something.
you want to share, yes. So, you have been to the Shiv Dhams, very, very glorious, very glorious. Thank you very much. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, when we went to the Dham, Prabhuji Jagannath Puri, we went to Mayapur with Mataji only and then from Mayapur we went to Jagannath Puri. Only 3 of us we went, Prabhuji, 3 ladies only. It was only one day we have to go, we have to come back. We went on Thursday morning, came back on Friday. But when we went, Prabhuji, in the morning at 2 o'clock, 3 of us, we went from the hotel to the Jagannath Puri, the temple. And we don't know anyone, anything, how to go. It was a Kartik time also. And there was we met 3 Prabhujis. Suddenly, we were talking and they came and they helped us, how to go inside. It was too much crowded and we don't know where to go. What deities to see also, we don't know. They took us, Krishna and Balaram. They took us everywhere and they dropped near to the place where we can have the food also. We offered them, you can come and eat, but they said, no, we will go. And till now, we don't know, Prabhuji, who those people are. They came and helped us so much to know everything. I think it was really Jagannath.
Yeah, so that is the mercy of the Lord. Lord sends someone to help you when you need. It happens very often, very often. So Lord basically reciprocates your pure desire. So many hundreds of people are there. Why they have to come and help you and help others also? Right? You want to share? Krishna has a lot of things to share.
One more thing. When we were traveling to Jagannath Puri in train, from Kolkata to Puri in train, and most of them are from North India. They are also, as a family, 20-25 people are going to attend for the first time. They are also excited. And we were chanting. They saw they were going in and out. They want to speak something. So then we realized, okay, let us speak. Immediately, Krishna started reciting some shlokas and they were taking videos. And then suddenly she started singing Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Then whole bogie, whoever was present in that bogie, they all did Harinam for 2.5 hours.
Very good. Very good.
So our yatra till Jagannath Puri in that span of 6 hours or so, that distance completely, that whole bogie was chanting Harinam.
Very nice. That's the way to do the yatra. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he did the South India Yatra, he was continuously chanting Hare Krishna mantra. And whoever were hearing, they go and they were chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. And for the other crowd. And whoever heard, they went to their villages and they were chanting and they were so. This is the congregational chanting. So when you are doing the like yatra, engage everybody into the chanting of Hare Krishna. Jai. Anyone else? Yes, go.
I think we had one good and bad experience. I mean, I wouldn't say bad experience, but when we went there, there was a big line, and then it was in the afternoon. We went, we were standing in the queue. Suddenly, I think the pandas came in. I don't know. They came in. They helped us. We could do the darshan. And second time, we again wanted to go early in the morning. So because my younger son, he got social anxiety, he was with us, and then all of us got separated actually. There was a lot of anxiety because we did not have any hotel address or nothing. Then 2 or 3 times I had to come back to the hotel and then ask the hotel guy, I lost my son, I was not able to get him. I was just roaming around the Jagannath temple. Then he said, don't worry, Jagannath will bring him. And it really happened. He came to the hotel. I don't know how he came. That, I mean, when I say bad experience, but you were anxious.
Yeah, Lord was testing you. It's not a bad experience. So, I mean, we take the devotees on the Dham Yatra, every 2 years. So, before going to the Dham Yatra, I told the devotees that, Lord will put you in the anxiety. And why Lord will put you in the anxiety? Lord wants to see how much you are desire to take the darshan. So you stand in the queue for 1 hour, 2 hours, and the doors are just open, and you are just about to enter. Your child will say that I want to go to Susu. Happens? And I gave this example even before the Dham Yatra. You don't believe me. When we went to the Puri Darshan, 2 families, exactly this is what happened. The kids said that we have to go to the toilet. And in the Puri temple, inside there are no toilets. Right? They have to go all the way out. And then come back. By the time they come back, the darshan is closed. So Lord basically tests you. So in Dham, anxiety is also blessing of the Lord. Okay? So if no other questions, we'll stop here. I think there is some Kirtan program as well. Okay.
We'll sing Jagannath.
Hari Bo. So you need the mic.
Please browse for ISKCON website.